Hello there everybody, Oimon here, and welcome back to the Talos Principle 2. So, when we last left off, we were in the third area overall, and indeed the third area of the first zone, because there's kind of 4 zones, 3 areas each, with 10 puzzles and all sorts of fun things. And we finished the base 8 puzzles. We've done those first because I wanted to check about how the about how, you know, whether completing the main puzzles gave you a dot on the golden door or whether it was something else that did that. From what I've been able to work out, and I'm pretty sure, and I will go and check this because if memory serves, is this golden door over here? Or am I thinking of one of the other ones? I can't remember specifically where the golden door is. Actually, I think it's up here. Because we've done all 8, and we haven't got any more dots. We've just got these 4 dots. And we've done the stars. Like, we've done both of the stars in these areas, and that hasn't given us any dots. So my only guess, my only assumption that I can make, is that the dots on there are specifically connected to the bonus puzzles. The sort of the hard challenge puzzles of each area. So let's do one of those, and then we'll go check the golden door and have a look. What is that? Pre-connect. Okay, the fact we're seeing this everywhere feels important somehow, but I'm not sure. Okay, so we've got... Okay, so let's have a mooch. So we've got our goal is here, for which we need a red. And we've only got swappers, whatever these things are called. I think I can see why it's called pre-connected. Okay. Might need something for that. But what I think I need to do is... Okay, very good. Right, so that exchanges that. Why can I make... See, it can't be that because there's a fence there, isn't there? Yeah, you can't really see the fences from a distance, which is a little annoying, but I was going to say I'm pretty sure there's a fence there. Okay, so we've got... Why are you so specifically trapped? Oh, unless... doesn't. That's weird. That's wild. Okay. So what I need... There's gotta be a reason I need to get that hole open. Just check that. And then... Actually, that would work. All I need to do... grab you... like, you go there. And then, assuming I'm thinking this through correctly... Sorted. Turn left, go on, turn left. Yes. So it does connect to the golden door. I knew it. Hello.
Yes?
Anything you can tell me about New Alexandria?
New Alexandria. What a mess. It was an attempt to start a new city, but it went about as sideways as it goes. Gas explosion, more than 30 dead, unrecoverable. Al was there for the whole thing.
Yeah, why would tech from New Alexandria be here?
Because the whole place was abandoned. Byron insisted that we had to rebuild, but for the survivors, it was just too traumatic to deal with. So I guess that stuff was just lying around for someone to pick up.
Interesting. Oh, hey, Kane. Yeah, I'm alright, thanks. I'm fine. Good. Can't complain, really. Well, I could, but no point. Nothing for you to say, apparently. Alright. The other one, assuming the entrance. Transposition. So we want to So presumably we either need to power the blue, power the red, or power both. What we've got is a blue. I need a red. I do not see that there. That's what I need you for, isn't it? Except I can't use you because Nope, that's not going to work either, is it? Okay, there's got to be a way into that. Oh, unless... Sometimes I gotta think 2 steps ahead. Okay. That's obviously gonna be there because I don't think there's anywhere else it can be. So... do I need to keep that open? I don't think I do. Close you off. Keep you open with that. So we can swap sides of these now, which includes you. Good. Which I'm assuming I'm gonna need to do. Yeah, so you see that did that, but it didn't like fine. Yeah. Maybe that is what I have to do Oh, maybe I didn't have to do that last bit. Why, hey! Be 6 points on the golden door now. Which again very much does imply that you cannot do anything with these golden doors until you've completed the game. So, or, you know, completed all the main puzzles. Yep. Well, that's exactly 1/4 of the way there. Isn't that lovely? Okay, time to solve the puzzle. Exactly giving me a lot of options here. Here. Don't forget you gotta press a button rather than just walk into it. I'm so used to just walking into these kind of things and they just happen. Oh, it's the Starry Sphinx again.
When the craftsman Daedalus was imprisoned in the very labyrinth he had created, his only solace was his son, Icarus. To escape their plight, he fashioned wings of feathers and wax. He warned his son to fly neither too high nor too low, but his son, enraptured by the freedom of flight, flew too close to the sun. Thus the wax in his wings melted, and he fell to his death. What was the sun's error?
Hubris. The flame of the sun belongs to the gods. Disobedience. He should have listened to his father. Carelessness. He did not use his wings correctly. Impatience. He wanted to soar so high, he should have built better wings. Lawlessness. He should never have attempted to escape the labyrinth. Idiocy. Wings made from wax. I mean, come on. Not hubris. Flame of the sun does not belong to the gods. Absolutely not. It belongs to anyone who is bathed in its light. Disobedience. He should have listened to his father. Yes, very true. Presumably the wiser person, but that's not always the case. Blind obedience is not necessarily a good thing. Carelessness. He did not use his wings correctly. True, he was given tools, he was instructed very carefully, here's how you use them, and he didn't. As anyone who has ever blown up a computer knows, not speaking from personal experience. Impatience. What did you soar so high? Should have built better wings. I don't think they had the time for that. They never have attempted to. No, you should definitely have attempted to escape the labyrinth. And not idiocy. So, I'm 50-50 between disobedience and carelessness. I'm thinking carelessness here.
Or was it Daedalus who was careless, giving the wings to Icarus, knowing that all young men are rash?
No, they're not.
After the death of his son, Daedalus withdrew in sorrow to a foreign land. King Minos came looking for the craftsman to exact his revenge. The answer to a riddle revealed where Daedalus dwelled, but for Minos, that answer was his ruin. Consider King Minos burned in his bath as you seek your own answer.
I don't know that story. I didn't know that they... I knew the story of Icarus, obviously everybody knows that parable.
The Megastructure, it's opening.
3 receivers, 3 towers, 3 beams, as we suspected. I think this is an invitation.
Doesn't look that inviting to me.
Oh,
If you consider
come on
the
now,
size
Kaz.
of the entire structure, then that opening must be big enough to drive a building through.
Or the VTOL.
You want us to go in there, into the creepy triangular maw of death?
Maw of death? I think it looks charming. To quote 1K, come on, Al, live a little.
Byron's right. We're here to explore, and this is a mystery worth investigating. This technology could change everything.
Oh, all right. I'm not winning this, am I?
Nope. Let's meet up with the VTOL, everybody. We're going in.
Back to the center, I guess. Woo.
By the way, I finished my analysis of the particle clouds. At first I thought they might be some kind of nanotechnology, but I was wrong. It's a lot worse than that. What we're looking at is a completely unknown type and state of matter. Completely inexplicable within our understanding of physics. Created and manipulated by someone.
Fascinating.
I just want to have a go and have a little bit of a mooch around here, because... hello. Yeah, that popped into existence just before we arrived. I was wondering how that was getting focused so specifically. I guess that makes sense. Oh, hello. You weren't here before. Were you? Oh no, wait, no, you were. Oh yes, that's right. These are the three. Oh, this is the star thing. This is like the core. This is where they all connect. Where they all end up. Yeah, these are the three statue things you can find. I never made that connection before. Ooh, pretty. Cool. Well, that's 6. 2, 4, 6. 2, 4, 6. 2, 4, 6. Yep, that's the exact number we needed. Cool. Oh, there we go. Probably should have just kept them and done it all at once or whatever. The other things that we found, of course. I mean, that was the underground bit. 6, 12. Wait, 12 specifically. And there's 12 areas. Each area has a gate. So I've got to solve the puzzles beyond all 12 of those gates, and then this gate will open. So this really is like the central hub. All the stuff in the outside areas ultimately draws you back into this place. And I'm willing to bet it's like choice A, choice B, and choice C. Or more accurately, that's A, that's probably B, and then that's probably C. Alright, okay, yeah, I see the flow. How's a big fucking triangle?
Come on, people, get on board. We haven't got all day.
Not. I thought we had forever. We're ribbons.
Yakut?
Aye, aye, sir.
Have any of you ever read an ancient writer called Ian Banks? I guess not. He postulated the concept of the outside context problem. That's when a society encounters something so advanced, so different, that they simply could not have conceived of it. That's what this is. This whole place is one giant outside context problem. And we're headed right into it.
I think I can set down over there. Should I?
Please do. I can't wait to get a closer look.
Setting down.
Okay, everyone. We need to explore as much as we can, separately if need be, but stay in touch. Record anything interesting you find, and pay special attention to any clues as to who...
The schematics we found in that lab were extremely incomplete. So if you can find any more of those, that would be great.
I think someone should stay at the VTOL just in case.
I volunteer you. See you later, Al.
Okay. I mean, all the rubble and stuff certainly looks old. But just because something can look old doesn't automatically mean that it is. Artificial oldness is a thing. Me first. Ooh, go on. Water door. Coming, guys? Whoa. Orb and cube. Gearbox. Nice. you up, big guy?
This thing seems to be broken.
Oh. Always broken. I get the feeling it's going to be more puzzles.
Hold on a second, 1K. I think I can find an override for that door.
Maybe after that, you can help me with this elevator?
One problem at a time. What's going on with these file structures? Okay, door should be opening. Now, about the elevator.
Actually, the elevator's fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. No idea where I am, but it's working.
Don't go too far. Try to circle back.
On it.
I feel like I'm playing Cube. Well, Cube 2 specifically. Whoa. Okay, no, actually now I suddenly feel like I'm playing Naissance.
Hey, 1K, can we talk for a second? That whole thing with the elevator just gave me the creeps.
What's up?
When we first arrived here, I was really excited. It's such a huge place. The technology is so advanced. If we figure out what it all means, we could really change the future of New Jerusalem. The mayor says we have to avoid repeating the mistakes our ancestors made, to stay humble, to not reach too far. And that sounds very abstract, but I've seen the ancient cities. I've seen how much they built, how much they grew, how far they fell. So I've been thinking, what if all this sets us on the same path? What if this is too much power for anyone to control?
It could be dangerous, but we still need to understand it. It's more complex than that. Power isn't necessarily good or bad. That's not wrong. I don't think what went wrong with our ancestors was too much power. Honestly, I think it's too early to tell. I think the original impulse correct. New Jerusalem needs this technology. May's premise is wrong. He's assuming history can only develop in one way. Well, that's also very true. I think it's more complex than that. Yeah, power isn't necessarily good or bad. It's how you use it.
So what do you think it was? What made our ancestors destroy themselves?
It was a lack of power, more control over their biology, they would have survived. They got their priorities wrong. If they'd have properly invested in medicine before the virus, they would have survived. They weren't careful about the side effects of their growth, otherwise the virus would never have been released. Most of them wanted to do things differently, but their political system wouldn't let them. Yeah. It was just bad luck. Confluence of bad things happening all at once. They almost made it. Doesn't matter what it was, we're not them. Well, no, but we are built from them, so we think along the same lines. I mean, they weren't careful about the side effects of their growth, seems about right. Their priorities wrong. Yeah, kinda. It was kinda bad luck as well. It's sort of a combination of things. Let's go with this one.
But that's exactly what the mayor thinks. Their obsession with growth damaged the planet, and that's what killed them.
Ways of controlling the side effects, they fail to use them, but that doesn't mean we have to. It's not growth itself is the problem, it's how you grow. Yeah.
You're right. Sometimes I just get too pessimistic. We do have choices to make. That was the whole point of the simulation. Thanks for talking to me, 1K. I know we're in the middle of something, but I kind of needed that.
That's fine. Where the bloody hell did you come from, anyway? Whoa. what is that? I think it's art.
Looks like another set of puzzles.
Really?
Same pattern, 1 gate, 3 receivers. Like some sort of fractal symmetry.
Okay. Still can't hear that. Oh wow, they sort of loop around and connect all over the place. Huh? It looks like there's a green puzzle up here. Honestly, wasn't quite sure what to expect when all this happened, but more puzzles is probably what I should have expected. Big fucking gun. There's a button or something I'm gonna press. No? Oh, hello. Pull the lever!
Good job, 1K.
I wonder how far down this goes.
I'm gonna jump off and find out. I notice these puzzles don't have names, which is weird. Somewhat disconcerting. Blue laser in there. A switcher and a standard. Alright, I think I saw that. Yeah, these ones aren't super hard. That one just took me a bit long because it was quite a large one and I was moving around a lot.
Well done.
Love me some positive reinforcement. Right.
This is madness. Even the walls are bursting with power.
Got that. We've already used that one.
I keep getting locked out of parts of the system. I think I've tracked down some more schematics, though. Let's see. This might do something. Or not.
Just want to fill all these in. Okay, well. Those are really big. See. what those ones did for a second. I was like, hang on, wait. Do they split things? No, wait, they combine, don't they? Now we need to get a 2. Like you, for instance. Sorted. Yeah, these ones ain't super challenging, but I don't think they're supposed to be. It's more sort of like a final test. Have you understood the rules of these, you know, tools and stuff that we've given? At least I think so. Number 3. Ka-clunk.
The gate's open. 1K if you want to. Go ahead. I'll finish up scanning this.
See what we got. Really don't know where this is going. Okay, sorry, you don't give me a room this big and not expect me to have a move. Question. From Miranda. I was doing some reading while the last trial was running, and I came across something I don't understand. There are a lot of references to ancient humans feeling that science is boring. To me, everything we're studying is mind-bendingly incredible. Whether it's quark gluon deconfinement or neutrino anti-neutrino oscillations, okay, or even something incredibly basic like the properties of light. I understand why our ancestors cared about art, why a beautifully crafted story or poem was moving to them, but how could they not see everything that surrounds us as incredible? Studying science is like studying the most incredible machine ever created, a machine designed to build worlds and tell stories. How could they not see that? I'm sure there's a good explanation, but I don't get it. Uh-oh. Here we go again.
Mother? What are you thinking about, Mother?
The Talos principle. You see, it has 2 applications. One is to the self. It means facing the truth even if it frightens us. Understanding that living beings are machines and we can't afford to lie to ourselves. But that's just the beginning. The second application is to the world. This one seems easier at first. It's less difficult to understand that the universe is a machine governed by laws.
So we and the universe are the same?
No, and that's the crucial part. We are conscious. consciousness is rare, unlikely, but it's also the foundation of everything else. Without us, there can be no meaning. Without someone to perceive it, the beauty of the universe is pointless. But that shouldn't make us arrogant. No, in fact, it means we carry a tremendous responsibility. We are the light of the cosmos, and if we go out, there will be nothing but a cold, dark machine.
Ooh, okay. Act 2, The Human Form Divine.
Athena.
The founder was here?
She could still be here. What if this is why she left, to build all this? We have to look for her.
I'm reading some pretty big energy spikes. I think we better scramble.
But she could be right here, right behind the next door. I could turn around a corner and walk right into her.
If she's really here, she'll still be here when we come back. But right now, safety needs to come first. Let's go, Byron.
You're... Oh. Damn you, but you're right. Heading back.
Well, we've got a bit of a walk to get there, but sure, okay. Now that was interesting, because the way that conversation was going between Athena, who was the first one to wake up, you know, they were the one who woke up at the end of the first game, and Miranda almost seemed like a mother-daughter relationship. So maybe this wasn't built for us. Maybe this was built for Miranda to learn to be...
Was that really the founder?
Human.
I think so.
It was her. For years, I've wondered what happened to her, why she left, where she went, why she didn't tell me.
If the answers are here, I promise you we'll find them. We just have to be careful. Follow protocol.
So yeah, my thinking is, came here, maybe she wanted to create a life, but beyond the, you know, what had already been created. Because we're all based on...
the founder built this place.
Well...
Has she been here the whole time?
We don't know that she actually built it. All we know for sure is that she was here at some point.
Of course she built this. Who else would have the kind of vision necessary to accomplish something like this? The question is why? And why like this? Why recreate all these aspects of the simulation? What is she trying to tell us?
It does seem like it might be a test. I can't imagine any other explanation. But why is it so broken? Or does it just appear to be broken so that we have to learn how to fix it? I hate this.
Well, I know one thing for sure. Everyone in New Jerusalem is gonna go absolutely nuts.
Okay, so I kind of missed this before, so I should probably check it now. From Arkady Chernevensky. Something like that. In our likeness. What I propose then is that we are not born as entirely free agents responsible for ourselves. The very core of what we are, our sentience, separates us and elevates us from the animal kingdom. As I have argued, this is not a matter of arrogance but of responsibility. However, this blessing also demands something else from us, something more personal than responsibility, and this is loyalty. Our ancestors, less atomized than we are, experience a crude version of this loyalty, swearing allegiances to tribes, races, nations, and other such semi-fictional concepts. This fragmented understanding was easily exploited and led to many conflicts. We can condemn them for that, or we can choose to believe that these were necessary historical steps towards our growth. But we must stop indulging in such childlike behavior. Our species can no longer afford to believe in Mother Russia or Uncle Sam. Neither, however, can we afford to indulge in the adolescent rebel's misanthropy. rejecting the many gifts we have been lucky enough to receive, not from above, from the history of our species. To put it simply, each of us owes a burden of loyalty to humanity itself, to the human project across time and space. This is not a minor matter or some abstract issue for philosophers. It is a profound and significant part of every human life. It is a universal source of meaning and insight that can bind us together and set us on a path for a bright future. It is also a division, a line that must be held against those who preach the gospel of self-annihilation. We ignore it at our peril. In the archive will not exist. Interesting. So yeah, it's possible that what Athena came here to do was to create Miranda, was to create a different form of life. That would be my guess. Like one that didn't require like the archive or any of the previous stuff, but that was just in and of itself separate. Whoa. I missed this before. What the hell is that? It's like a giant receiver. Yeah, like a laser receiver, but is that like the other side? Anything else? Probably there would have been some comment if I came here earlier. I didn't realize going through the door would punt me forward so much. You enjoying yourself there, pal? I think that's maybe a glitch. Shh. But we can definitely use this. Rust. Ooh, apparently I've read 30 texts. That's nice. How dull it is to pause, to make an end, to rust unburnished, not to shine in use, as though to breathe where life... I fucking hate poetry. I'm not reading that. It's like, speak English, use proper fucking sentence structure. He seems to be enjoying it though. Yeah, I mean, he seemed to like it a lot. Yeah, I think that's a glitch.
All right, take us back to base camp, Yakut.
Yes, sir. I'm getting some new readings. Looks like 2 of the northern sites are lighting up.
I think that may have been me. I suspect the puzzles are somehow tied to the transport system, like we're supposed to solve them in a particular order.
Our main objective is getting back into the megastructure. 1K, I want you on puzzles. You seem to have a knack for them. But the rest of us can't neglect our secondary objectives of studying this island and understanding this technology.
What do we got? Analysis results. Imagine an ant trying to make sense of a nuclear power plant, and Armadillo trying to explain disco music. What's really shocking here isn't that we're seeing new and powerful technology. It's what this implies about our grasp of physics. A lot of what we thought we knew must be wrong or incomplete on some fundamental level. From the degree to which the vegetation seems to have spread, I would guess the megastructure has been abandoned for a while, although the combination of moisture and heat does create an ideal environment for plant growth. What makes it harder to be sure is that some plants have clearly been placed for decorative purposes. So a lot of what we're seeing may have spread from there rather than coming in from the outside. I mean, yeah, makes sense. Okay, so we've got north. 2 places north. That's neat. Okay, that's good. That's good. Not a third one, though. So that explains why these have popped into existence, because I don't think those were there before. Well, okay then. Anybody got anything they want to say or add? Okay, well, we will head off to the north to the next batch of puzzles, which should be good fun. It'll be interesting to see what new toys they have for us. Because they've introduced them quite quickly. But they may start slowing down now. But it's 4 o'clock, so it's time for a quick break. Back in a minute, guys. And we are back. Alright, let's head off to the next area, because we're heading north. So I'm going to assume it's about to get somewhat snowy. We're in. Okay, eeny, meeny, miny. Let's go with this one. Sure, why not? I mean, we could change. We've got the Flooded Valley, and we've got the Desolate Island. Sure. Desolation sounds good.
You should be headed towards an island off the northern coast. The terrain's pretty rough, so be careful.
The island has another island attached to it.
Yep, sure. I don't know why, but for some reason, when the game is loading, it doesn't play their audio. There's no way to see like message logs or anything like that. Ooh, bossy. Okay. What the hell are you doing here?
Hey there, 1K.
What if Athena left the island a long time ago?
Then at least we may be able to find out what happened in New Jerusalem, why she came here. But I don't think she left the island. I think she's still here, waiting for us to make the right choices.
There's a rational reason to think so. What makes you think that? Yeah, what makes you say that?
It's hard to articulate. There just seems to be so much intent here. There has to be a reason for all this. And Athena is the only reason that makes sense.
Yes, do you believe there should be more people?
I think every single human being is completely unique, and every instance of consciousness is a miracle. The more of us there are, the more alive the universe is. And the more we all interact with each other, the more complex the life of the universe becomes. So I believe that people are a fundamental good. I don't believe we're all flawless, but I think every one of us matters precisely because nothing else does.
I see your point, but that's a little overly optimistic. Some people can be dicks. Do you think this tech could be misused?
Could be, yes, of course. All technology has the potential to be misused, from fire and the wheel to whatever makes these particle clouds. But that doesn't mean it has to be. In the principle of it, no. It's not just that I believe humanity is fundamentally good, although I do. It's that I think sentience is the foundation of everything else. What's the point of stars and galaxies, of hills and forests, without someone to perceive them? But my faith that we can actually grow up, that we can break out of these loops and take control of our destiny, that's something I struggle with every single day.
Yeah, that's a mood. Yeah, how did the mayor get elected? Let's get some backstory.
Herman? Honestly, I think he makes people feel safe. The world beyond our walls is frightening. Human history is full of failures and disasters. It's easy to look at that and recoil. Herman offers a vision of the future that feels contained, manageable.
Makes sense. So bad. Fancy life will always be a struggle. Fancy, potential golden age never existed. What do we sacrifice to gain that safety?
Precisely. Our curiosity, our creativity, our ability to grow. Everything that made us who we are. To me, that's not worth it.
Makes sense. Take us to the problem why their ancestors destroyed themselves. What's your take
Because
on it?
they refused to grow up. They refused to take control of their lives. They let bureaucrats and financiers determine their destiny, and those people could not think beyond themselves, beyond the tiny, insignificant moment they were trapped in. Their technology could have saved them, but what really failed them was their imagination.
So what do you take on the particle clouds?
Athena was always trying to understand the reality underneath what we perceive, the objective truth. That's why she was capable of leaving the simulation. And even after she was free, she never stopped trying to understand more. I suspect her research took her another step closer to understanding the truth. And such steps always challenge our conception of the universe. But that's the wonderful thing about science. We can adapt our views to the evidence.
Do you believe in the existence of something sublime or transcendent?
In the sense of an interventionist deity? No. I wouldn't rule out the possibility, but it's not something I personally believe. But I do think there is something genuinely sublime in this universe, and it's right in front of us. Consciousness. The fact that this sense of self is even possible, that an arrangement of matter can produce a self-aware mind? Think about it. It's a fundamental property of the universe, an unbreakable law that matter has the inherent capacity to become more than the sum of its parts. That is the definition of transcendence.
That Miranda called Athena mother.
She did, yes.
Is that unusual?
Some people in New Jerusalem choose to live in family units, although usually that involves marriage or equivalent ceremonies, not having children. You could say that Athena was a kind of mother to us, and Cornelius a kind of father, but it's not quite the same.
Okay, I've saved this one for last. Tell me a joke.
Okay. How many robots does it take to change a light bulb?
Don't know. How many?
Replacing a light bulb is a waste of resources, and the founder would be outraged.
Not bad.
Herman didn't seem to think so.
Yeah, it's probably a joke that's better suited for him. Alright, well I wasn't expecting such a huge conversation there. Whoa. Alright, so what have we got? So there's a star bit over there. Hello. Oh, actually, now that looks familiar, doesn't it? Hang on. We go to research. Yep. Look at this. That's what we saw before. And there it is right there. Looks like that's puzzle number... I can't see from this distance, it's blurry to me. Oh, hey, you're here too.
Miranda is the founder's daughter. It's still kind of blowing my mind. She came all the way out here, left everything she had behind, and created a new life. Why do you think she did that?
Creating new life is beautiful. To help her with a secret project, perhaps she was lonely. Yeah, creating life is beautiful.
Miranda is certainly amazing, at least from what she sounds like. I can imagine that it must feel very special to be her parent. On the other hand, we're not like ancient humans. We're not born as babies. Would you have preferred to have a family?
I prefer this for myself. Some guidance would have been nice. Byron sort of took me under his wing. Yeah, some guidance would have been nice.
Fair enough. You did get thrown in at the deep end.
Anything else to say? Oh god, yeah. How are you holding up, pal?
I'm not sure, to be honest. This is all so surreal. Walking around here is so peaceful, but it's also... I don't know. One moment I feel inspired, the next, kind of creeped out.
Yeah, why is the northernmost part of this island underwater?
Our ancestors relied heavily on fossil fuels for energy generation, which released a lot of carbon dioxide. This caused the atmosphere to trap more heat, which changed the planet's overall climate. The effect continued even after they were gone, and these low-lying areas were flooded. I've seen a lot of places like that.
You ever get to meet the founder?
No, I never did. I would have loved to.
You changed your mind about trying out any puzzles?
Nope.
Fair enough. Yeah, what do you make of the megastructure?
You know, people throw around the word awesome a lot. I probably do it too, but I think what we saw in there is the proper meaning of the word.
Thank you. Yes, because the proper meaning of the word awesome... I said autism, no, that's not right. The proper meaning of the word awesome is to inspire awe. That's literally what it is. It is awesome. It is full of awe and wonder. That's like the dictionary definition of it. Okay. Well, we gotta run around and do all our normal stuff. We know what activates the golden doors now, so we don't need to faff around and do things in a different order, so we may as well just do things as they come up. Mind and... Oh.
What the?
Yeah, I'm not gonna argue that. Okay, so we're body swapping. I'm a little curious. Can we... Oh my god, we can. Because this is not the original body I walked in there with. That's the original body I walked in there with. Ugh, feels dirty walking around any other body. Okay, so something just... Please keep discussion of the alleged presence of the founder of the Megastructure confined to this thread. I'm still in shock. I wasn't even sure the founder was still alive. Of course she is. As we've reached completion day, she has sent us her sacred messengers. Could still be aliens pretending to be the founder. It's not aliens, and if Prometheus and Pandora are her sacred messengers, why has one apparently chained the other? The day of her return is imminent. So now you agree that Byron was right to want an expedition. in it was the Founder's will all along, and when you said it would be wrong to even consider going to the island, you were acting against the Founder. Your word games aren't going to help you when the Founder returns. It was wonderful to hear Athena's voice again, but with all the emotion inherent in this matter, we should be careful not to get swept away. We don't understand anything yet. I can't help but wonder, if Miranda is her daughter, was Athena trying to start a new civilization? Did she abandon New Jerusalem? Maybe you want to explore something private. Well, the point, she had enormous responsibility from the very beginning, and while we are a family, she has too many burdens to ever have a private life of her own. I understand your point, but why leave Cornelius behind then? That's none of our business. Fair enough. Yes, very fair. Oh god. Well, this is giving me flashbacks. No.
Any further insights on the particle clouds, Melville?
To be honest with you, Byron, I feel like a caveman trying to study Bose-Einstein condensate. I'm seeing unknown particles whose every property violates the laws of physics, apparently capable of being controlled and recombined into just about anything. It's ridiculous.
Maybe someone in New Jerusalem can figure it out.
Sure, just give them another 1,000 years.
We can do that, and we can do that, and I think that would... No, because it doesn't work. Wait, hang on. Oh, you can do that, though. I mean, that works, but we need it on... Oh, I get it. Right. Okay, hang on. do it. Whoa.
1K. I've been watching you solve these puzzles, and this body replication tech is incredible. It just casually blows up the very foundations of our society.
Revolutionary.
You can say that again. Making even just one of us is bloody hard. We're not like toasters. You don't just weld together a couple of wires and a motherboard and call it a day. Not to mention how hard it is to even find some of the materials. And this thing just, poof, new human.
The goal was to stop at 1,000, wasn't it?
It was. Or was it? And even if it was, sorry to be heretical, but does it matter? If we can figure out how this works, we can finally, easily create more people. We can grow. We can expand. We can build a real civilization. Isn't that worth pursuing?
The ultimate duty to spread consciousness. Maybe there's some point where there's enough people, but this is not it. Maybe there are legitimate reasons to limit the population. This is very dangerous. We decided to limit ourselves for a reason. Maybe there's some point where there's enough people, but this is not it.
Look, yes. Large amounts of people can cause problems. But even the problems they cause are interesting. Because without people, the world is boring. I'm not even saying there isn't some planetary limit. But I've done the maths. It's in the high billions. Not a measly 1,000. Anyway, we all need to think about what this means. Glad you and I are more or less on the same page.
Alright, I'll get back to it. Alright. Yeah, we got 4, 5,
This
and 6
body
now, right?
replication technology is proof of just how vital this expedition is. We may not know how it works and what its limitations are, but the technology itself isn't even what really matters. What matters is to expand our imagination, to realize that other futures are possible. I'm glad you see it that way too, 1K. After all, the world is better with you in it, isn't it?
I don't know. We'll see what happens at the end of the game. Okay, high ground. Oh no, there's fucking 3 of you. 3 of us. God, whatever. Okay. Okay, that didn't work. Hang on. We got... How do we get that high? Time to build a human pyramid. No, more like a human tower. Okay, so... Right. Hang on. Do that. see, because I don't hold this, do I? Yeah, I can do that, which might be high enough, but then how? I feel like, is there another platform or something? I feel like I'm missing something. There's no other items, so I feel like there should be another platform or something. No, you can't stand on it without a platform. That's the kicker. I have noticed maybe it's not like these are just copies or anything like that, that this is literally just... Jumping up to here, it kinda gets close, but it clearly needs something else, but what? Can you pick up the box? No, because if I pick up the box, they just fall off. Like, I don't... I thought that too. And there's no way to, like, hold the box above my head or anything. I don't think I can jump on the box if the other person's holding it. I guess I can try, but... No, there's no option for that. What am I not seeing? There's some combination of items I haven't tried yet. Like, why do I have 3 people? That's the other thing. Is like, why are there 3 people in this room? That sort of worked, but I don't think that's what I'm supposed to do. And even if it was, I don't see the point. Can I use the ice? I don't think so. Now I'm kind of sliding off all the ice. This isn't really a lip or a hook. If it's gonna have a platform, it would be an obvious platform. You know, they make it so that you can very specifically see it. Why can I take the platform? I don't know, I'm a little stumped on this one. It's probably one of those things, it's like staring me in the face, I just can't think of the combination of what it is. That was definitely something in the last game when you used the timer mechanic, where you could have your lower character jump and then the upper character could jump as well, but then that was like kind of an intended thing. But they don't have the recording, they just have the doppelganger. Sorry. Wait, is that? Fucking... Fucking... God damn it. You can jump up here. What's the point of that? The stacking people. Yeah, you're probably right, actually. Bloody hell. I did not see that. That was so well hidden. Okay. That is a little bit of a dick move. I will say they could have made that more obvious. They could have made that a little bit more obvious. I did not see that at all. I don't even know if I'm in the right body anymore. I don't fucking care. Right. It's definitely harder with one platform. Yeah, because you literally can't do it with one platform. You know, it really did feel like there was something missing, but I thought maybe it's just that I don't know a trick. Or something like that, you know? Apparently not. That platform was not easy to see. Like, at all. Go check that in a minute. Right, let's do this. Passing through. Hello. Right, so we got that. We got you. We got you. Mine, I think it's ever that simple, is it? Okay, so we've got... That's weird. Can't do it across that. Okay. That might be what this is. Oh, that's really fucking clever. Okay. That's why it's called passing through. I was like, okay, am I gonna have to like take this over the top? Or are we gonna have to do something like that? No, it's called passing through. Alright, that's something I'm gonna have to remember. Can I point out the music of this game has no right being this fucking hard? Find my sprite and follow it until it leads you back to me. Alright, what's roughly the direction it's coming from? Pretty much dead east. Wonder how much of this island is actually explorable. I mean, this is a big fucking island. I mean, it genuinely wouldn't surprise me if this whole island is, like, here. Crow Team go fucking nuts when they do environmental stuff like this. Also, does this look like a path? Or is that my imagination? Yeah, so this entire island is explorable. That's the thing. Oh, yeah. As I say, can't say I'm
There's
surprised.
an old saying about how, in the end, the sea will claim everything. I have no doubt that this is true. In the long history of the human species, entire regions have disappeared under the waves. Places like Beringia and Doggerland still echo in our cultural memories. But we shouldn't forget that life began in the sea. We are the children of the sea. And it's not through floods and ruin that the sea will claim everything, but through us.
Water always wins. Here's a quote for you. Skyrim my way up there. What the? Ooh, hello. Well, hey.
As we continue exploring the cold northern reaches of the island, the contrast between the harshness of this place and the softness of New Jerusalem becomes more and more pronounced. There is a kind of madness in what we are doing, going to a place that is so hostile to our existence. That does not mean there is nothing to love here. There is, in fact, a great beauty, but it is a hateful beauty. A beauty you can only love because there are places that are not like this. And yet, it is precisely this hateful beauty that the people of New Jerusalem fail to see, and so cannot understand their own blessings.
We begin with the self because that is what determines our existence as individuals. But the self cannot exist without that which surrounds it. The citizen lives within the city, and the city lives within the cosmos. So now we must apply the principle we have discovered to the wider world and ask, if man is like a machine, could it be that the universe is similar in nature? And if so, what follows from that fact?
No, I'm wandering off a bit. But A, this game is really fucking beautiful, and wandering is actually a very pleasant thing to do. And B, you never know when you'll find a secret, because there have been secrets just randomly dotted around the map. And I wanted to have a look. But not here, it seems. The amount of just like explorable space that doesn't do anything except add to the atmosphere is truly fantastic in this game. It is one of those things where it really gives the setting a sense of place. Like, the last game had stuff like this as well, but because it kind of always existed in a simulation, there was always that idea of slight unreality to it. Not in like a bad way, but it's like you knew it was somewhat manufactured, but this is, I'm assuming anyway, this is all supposed to be natural, but I'm a little curious actually, because we still need to find the little guy. Come on, up. Your team have been known for putting a puzzle secret at the very edge of the map, or to just bait you into walking there and finding absolutely nothing. Yeah, I've heard that. Like, I haven't played too many Crow Team games. As I said, there's this, the previous Talos Principle game, and a little bit of Serious Sam 3. So, you know, I haven't played a lot of their games, but from what I understand, this kind of stuff is very much their jam. Which, I mean, you know, if you're going to be known for something, for making huge areas that have a great sense of place and great for hiding secrets, that's not a bad thing to be known for, you know? What's this all about? It's going to be a lab entrance. Miss that in a lot of games. Yeah, it is kind of a lost art, in a way. Like, usually games these days are made in a way where it's like, we're going to give you the bare minimum you need, and everything else is a fucking skybox. It's one of the things I actually like about, like, From Software as well. Like, when they do their big worlds, you know? Like, a lot of the times, yes, there is bits that are skybox and set dressing and stuff, but you could also go to a lot of what they put on their maps, you know? From Software are really good for that. Anyway, we'll have a look at this, whatever the hell that is, because it's pretty much 5 o'clock, so it's a good place to pause and take a break. And I should be back in a minute. See you in a sec, guys. And we're back. Alright, let's see what you got to say for yourself. Oop, come on. Oh goody, more reading. With alarming frequency, our mythological narratives conceptualize our separation from nature as a fall, a punishment for sinning, a loss of innocence, a decline from a golden age. We believe that a better state of humanity is possible, but insist that this state must be in the past. And yet, our historical experience has been the exact opposite. For all the horrors of modern war, and they are considerable, relatively few people today have to suffer the unspeakable agonies that our ancestors went through on a daily basis. It is doubly ironic that we place our golden ages in the past, but very rarely ever consider what life was actually like for the people whose genes we carry. How cold they were, how hungry, how frightened of the cruelty of nature, what unspeakable pains they must have experienced when they were sick or injured. How many of their children they had to lose, unable to help, begging for the heavens for mercy, and never receiving an answer. The past is a slowly receding tidal wave of grief. The battle for human emancipation is not yet won, and the path has been far from straightforward. And yet, in but a few thousand years, we have eliminated a great deal of suffering that before must have seemed unavoidable or eternal. Some still suffer, their lives held ransom by politics and economics. But at least now we know that a better world is truly possible, and it lies in the future. Hypatia. Had a bit of an incident today, nothing major, but it still woke us all up. Sun was away from the camp alone, even though he had agreed that we should always go in teams. She encountered a group of herbivores that we saw on the first day. Cows, they're called. Apparently, our ancestors kept them as livestock. They say they squeezed them for liquid, but I find that hard to believe, but I digress. Sun encountered a herd, and just as predicted, the animals were passive at first, even friendly. Sun decided to abandon her survey to study them for a while, which went well, until a group of wolves, formerly dogs, a pet type, entered the clearing, causing a stampede. Sun is alright, only minor scratches to the bodywork and a few torn wires, but it was a close call. I guess we'd gotten a little complacent, a little too comfortable. We'll have to be more careful from now on. Boop.
Now I have to talk science fiction for a bit because I love science fiction, but it drives me nuts. There's this cliche that shows up over and over, and every time someone uses it, everyone pretends it's really profound. It goes something like this. A scientist invents something good, but, oh no, it's actually really bad.
You could have something that makes your life better. But no, you can't. How dare you even want it? That's hubris. That's playing God. And it's never anything that reflects the real world, right? It's never, oh no, you invented a vaccine for cervical cancer. Oh no, you invented a new class of antibiotics. Oh no, you cured malaria. How dare you? Those diseased mosquitoes are way more important than human lives. How did science fiction become so reactionary? You know, if we all thought this way, you guys wouldn't even exist. At least Alex agrees with me. She has good taste.
It's a fair point. It's not so much that it's reactionary. They're supposed to be fucking cautionary tales. They're supposed to be that, like, discovery should be tempered by caution. It's like, don't just fling yourself into the unknown because the consequences could be worse than whatever benefit you're looking for. Yeah, admittedly, it does get a little alarmist these days. Like, overly so. To a stupid fucking level. I will freely admit he's not entirely wrong on that front. It is also a thing that usually in those stories, the thing the person has invented is something that's like nice, but not really essential. It's like it's essential within the world the writer has created. So they create a world where this thing that is also potentially dangerous is really necessary, but it's not really. Because it's not in the real world. Okay, what is... Oh, hello, what the fuck is this? AC2 Act? This is... okay. So we've got... hang on. That's the central bit. That's like that, obviously. I mean, I'm assuming it is supposed to be spelling out act. So it's like between those two buildings? Hang on, I gotta work this shit out. Also, there's a thing waiting for me. Oh yeah, that's right. 3. Structures are just so impressive. Why are all his pictures really dark? Like, why does everything look cloudy to him? Found a preservative technology that prints new bodies. These bodies come with a protocol for instant transference using the mind. I cannot sufficiently underline how mad this is. The implications would be breathtaking if we breathe. There seems to be a number of safeguards. So far I've not been able to get this tech to work outside the puzzles. I did manage to sort of make sense of the mind transfer protocol, however, and I'm loading the data I've been collecting. It need to be studied extensively before it can be used, but I think it's a lot of potential applications. What really grinds my gears, though, is how casually it's all deployed. It takes us ages to make a new body, and here's there's a whole bunch of them doing no more than holding up platforms. Well, yeah. That is weird. Why is it that everything that Yakut takes a picture of is cloudy? That's odd. Is he seeing something different from the rest of us? Okay, hang on a second. Yeah, so that little square there is this here, isn't it? There's the golden gate. Wait. What is that? Oh, is that the Megastructure side? Right, so it's saying not just the bonus puzzles, we've also got to get into the Megastructure and do all of that. Oh, okay. God, it's also bloody complicated. So are we actually looking for the letters A, C, and T? Or it might be something else. Also, I saw these earlier and I ignored them.
I wonder what it was like when the ancients were still here. Their world seems so lively.
Not always in a good way. Interesting times are great to read about, but rarely great to experience.
That's true. But they left behind so much art and philosophy and religion, and so many strange stories. Is New Jerusalem like that?
It was, in the beginning.
Ooh. Ah. Hang on. A. I got it. Okay, so we got to do A, C, and T in all of those places. That's fine. That's a simple one. That's just a case of finding the points and then pressing the buttons. Also, while I'm here, interplay. Okay, what do we got? Box. Okay, what do we got? Good. That's that. So we need the blue laser here. Okay. We don't need that there anymore. The blue laser's there. We need a red. Thing is, we need a box to set it on to do that. At least I think so. Yeah. Okay, so we need some sort of box for... Wait, how the hell do I get out of here? Ah. Right, so there's the box. Come over here for a second. Yeah, sure, that works. Wasn't sure if I could do that, but apparently I can, so it's all good. Oh. I don't need to stand on there. I suppose no, I wouldn't, would I? That would be kind of silly. Right. Okay. Get you back to the other side. Or maybe not. Actually. Well, no, we still need to. Everybody will start learning to put the other guy in some visible place. Aha! Wanted to check that it worked first. Excellent. One done.
I can't imagine spending years in such a desolate place. For what? Science? Enlightenment? I'd much rather be back home in New Jerusalem.
I think it's beautiful in its own way. But I don't understand how our ancestors could survive here. They were so fragile. Imagine getting stuck out here in the cold. I wonder if there are wolves.
It's kind of a miracle biological humans lasted as long as they did.
I mean, you're not wrong. Okay, so there's a T. I think it's down at the end of this line. Right down at that building that I walked past earlier and just missed. We also still gotta find the little purple guy, who I just haven't actually seen yet. This area is so big, it might take me a while to find him. Bloody purple bastard. All I know is it was directly east of where that star was. Button. Who's got the button? Is it not this one? Is it a different one? I don't think it is. See, it's kind of on top of it. Okay, it's a tree. That's a nice username, I like that. Fortunately, or not, depending on how you like your puzzles, there is very little of that here in Talos 2. Yeah, the secrets at the edge of the map. I don't know, I think there's enough exploration around. At least, I'd say they probably learnt to signpost that stuff at least a little bit more. You know, because it is a thing of, well, you want this stuff to be hidden, but you don't want it to be, like, stupidly hidden. That was something I ran into yesterday with friggin' Mario RPG. Like, some of the hidden chests in that are just stupid. Where are you? My little T. Maybe this one... Is it that one hasn't shown up yet? Because I've got to actually spell the word act. Like, I've done the A. I haven't done the C. Maybe the T doesn't show up until I've done the C? Possible. I can't climb this as a ladder, can I? I mean, it kind of looks like a ladder, but... Come on, it's obviously a ladder. Okay. I don't know if it is a thing of I have to find... I don't know if I have to solve the other one first or not. You finished your game yesterday, did you? Yeah, that's nice. I'm chipping away at it slowly. But yeah, it is definitely a huge, really, step up compared to the first game. Like, I was shocked by just everything that's been happening in it. Well, I'm not quite... I don't know, maybe I have to find C first. I do kind of wish you could move from one area, end of these places to the other ones, but... quicker. You need some sort of super run or something. 13 did a great job. It's hard to make sequels. This is a good one. Yeah, I remember the first time I played it, this was, you know, a couple of weeks back. I remember saying that, like, this is to Talos Principle 1 what Portal 2 was to Portal, in quite a very specific way. Like, this is very much like, this is Portal 2, you know? No complaints about the game other than wanting more puzzles. I mean, let's be honest, wanting more game is probably like the highest compliment you can give to a game. And I'm sure there'll be DLC. I mean, we got Road to Guyana in the first game, so, you know. Alright. Personal reminiscences of Mitku. There are some people whose true importance you just don't notice at first. People who quietly hold things together without making a big deal of it. That is what Cornelius did. Always by Athena's side, he calmly, carefully helped us all stay on track, reminded us of our shared humanity and the values that had brought us this far. I cannot imagine how painful it must have been when Athena left him behind. When he went on his so-called research expedition, most people thought he went looking for her. To be honest, I thought he might never come back, and I was surprised when he finally did. I still don't understand how she could leave him. They seem to love each other deeply so. After he returned, Cornelius was different. He founded the Museum of the Simulation and very rarely left its premises. The archive scholars doted on him, but he walled himself off, becoming almost as much of a recluse as... I still can't pronounce that fucking name. And only then did I slowly understand how much the city had lost. You're excited for the DLC? Is it going to be DLC? Like, do we know for a fact there's DLC, or are we just like crossing our fingers that there's going to be DLC? God appears and God is light to those poor souls who dwell in night. But does a human form display to those who dwell in realms of day? I don't fucking know. Okay. While it's hard from our vantage point to fully believe in any of the ancient religions, I must admit I've come to believe in the existence of a prime mover. Not a designer as such, certainly not an interventionalist god, but some force that sets the universe itself into motion. I do not know if it's possible for us to ever truly understand this being, since it must by definition exist outside our understanding of reality, but I do believe that it exists. Does it look upon us with love? Are we entertainment, perhaps? Does it preserve some memory of us when we die? All of this I cannot answer, but I do not disbelieve those who honestly speak of having experienced some manner of brief communication with this entity. It's simply too common an experience in human history to easily discount. As the motion of the universe proceeds from the Big Bang, so whatever force animates us, whatever constitutes true foundation of consciousness, proceeds from the prime mover. What do you think about this, Mother? I don't believe in any kind of prime mover, but I thought you should read it because he is an intelligent person, and he came to this conclusion after a great deal of thought. It's important to respectfully consider viewpoints, even ones we don't agree with. Modernity is so great, why is everyone so fundamentally disappointed with the world? Why do we sigh with pleasure at the sight of our old house, but feel nothing but depressed and alienated by skyscrapers? Why do we yearn for lush forests and wide plains, not narrow canyons between buildings? We love all this technology so much. Why is our idea of happiness to get away from it? Could it be that progress is just a story we tell ourselves to justify why we allow ourselves to be dominated by inhumanity, and older forms of living have something to offer? It seems that many of us share this desire to immerse ourselves in nature. Though we are ourselves entirely technological beings, we enjoy and value the Earth's diverse and unpredictable biosphere. But does that mean that progress is just a narrative, as this ancient commenter suggests? Or does it mean that technological progression and a love of the natural world are not, in fact, mutually exclusive. And yet if this person was left on his own somewhere in the wilderness, he would feel nothing but terror. The appreciation of nature is rooted in the experience of civilization, or safety. True, but he's still right. So much of what our ancestors created in the last years was alienating to the majority of people. Well, that's mostly because things like that aren't built with human living in mind. They're just built with human function. That's why we like the look of old houses, because old houses are very much designed with like proper living in mind, rather than just existence. That's the difference. Hello.
Yes?
Did you ever meet the founder?
Of course I did. She and Cornelius were both there when I was born. Neath was just starting to take over back then, and they were still showing her the ropes.
What were they like? Oh, excuse me. What were they like?
Busy. There was always another problem to solve. Did you know that she never upgraded her body? Always prioritized everyone else. That's the kind of work ethic I wish more people had.
Or maybe she liked her old body. Well, there needs to be space for other things in life. Things with such a work become self-destructive at some point. I mean, yeah, that's kind of true. I mean, it's always, like everything else in life, it's about finding a good balance. And the thing is, everybody's balance point is going to be different. Some people can really handle and relish a lot of work, and they just throw themselves into it, and they don't really need time to recharge or relax because they love their work so much. Other people can't do a lot of work. It wears them out a lot really fucking quickly, and so they need a lot of recharge time in order to get over that, you know. Different people have different sort of needs and wants and on that sort of stuff, which is one of the downsides of like modern society, is that the expectation that everybody has the same baseline. They don't. Something that's only now really starting to come to the fore, I think. Yeah, there needs to be some life for other stuff.
I suppose so. For me, living is doing. But I understand that other people have more varied needs.
Yes, exactly. You ever crave companionship?
I've never felt the need for a partner as such. I've met a lot of people who do. Athena and Cornelius, Atal and Damien, Sarabai and Hypatia. But that's not really for me. So far, at least. But I do have social needs like anyone. What I like is a pleasant buzz of humanity. Not too close, not too far. Something I can be part of without having it get in my face all the time.
Yeah, you and I are definitely going to be friends. Could these visions be affecting my mind?
The data stream overloads? Yes, they could. There are safeguards to prevent that from happening, but these aren't exactly carefully controlled circumstances. It's hard to predict. Our brains are absurdly complicated, which is why it's so hard to make more of us.
Melville was your favourite too. And your cut was your second. Yeah, I actually really like all of the characters in this. They're all really fun and interesting, and even like the ones I disagree with, I still find myself wanting to talk to them. And again, it's an accomplishment to the writing that they've made all of the characters, even the ones you're probably not supposed to get on with very much, to be very likable. Like, you may not agree, but you at least understand them. Which, again, testament to the writing of this game. Which is, again, like, the writing in the first game was decent, but there wasn't, like, a huge amount of it. Like, a lot of it was, like, background stuff. But in this one, there's so much writing that's just, like, you know, like, writing and dialogue and stuff that's, like, you know, directly. And, like, this whole dialogue tree interface thing. This was such a surprise the first time you run into this, you know, after you do the little tutorial bit. I was like, okay, I didn't know we were doing, like, full dialogue trees in this game. Because I went into it, like, as blind as possible. It blew me away. Why do you think the founder left New Jerusalem?
Maybe she just got sick of things breaking all the time.
Okay, yeah, sure, keep it simple. What do these particle clouds do?
As far as I can tell, anything, which is insane.
Yeah, what do you feel about the mayor?
I used to think it was the only safe way forward. Keep things simple and under control. Now I'm not so sure that ever made sense.
Fair enough. Thoughts on this Miranda character?
She's so innocent and full of wonder, it should make me want to retch, metaphorically speaking. But I'll admit, she's sort of charming.
Yes, okay. Back to work, I guess. Oh, you got talking as well? Blimey, everybody's saying things. Oh. No? Yes? Yes.
Hello, 1K.
Hello. Yeah, did you know the founder?
I sure did. Not as well as Byron, but she was still around when I was born. I remember she came and talked to me after New Alexandria, told me how sorry she was. I never blamed her for that. It wasn't her responsibility.
What was the place like when you were born?
A lot busier than it is now. My most defining memory is that it was extremely noisy, because something was always being built. Got annoying after a while.
Yeah, what's your opinion on this body replication tech?
It seems like something that could very quickly get out of control. You know that saying about good intentions? If we can solve problems by just making more people, how long before people just become a problem-solving tool?
Opinions on New Alexandria?
For some reason, we'd convinced ourselves that New Jerusalem wasn't enough, that we needed another city. We thought it would be easier the second time around. All it takes is a little bit of arrogance and a little bit of ignorance, and people die.
I guess. Puzzle number 5? No, you're puzzle number 4. I've done 4. You're puzzle number 5. Uh-oh. Nope, we're fine. The gift. Are we giving gifts? Giving life or what? Okay, so we got that. We got that there. Any clones kicking around? Oh, you're up there. Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't specifically mean to do that, but too late. I guess I'm finishing now. So we've got that. Have I tested how far of a fall I can survive? Not on purpose. Okay, so we got you. Yoink. You fell in the megastructure? Oops. I haven't died yet. I don't know if you can really die like that or not. Okay, so that works like that. Deep water just resets you to your last checkpoint. Yeah, they did sort of mention that at one point. They said, hey, you know, don't go into deep water. Okay, so what we need think I got an idea for this. Woo. Bye. Yoink. Oh, really? Private message. What we got? Technology discovered by the expedition changes everything. Every argument about how hard it is to access the resources necessary to create more of us goes out the window. We can create more people. 1K doesn't have to be the last. It would be easy. Are we really just going to give up just because of the goal? Energy doesn't just come from nowhere. We have no idea what the real cost behind this technology is. Besides, the goal is an ideal, not just a limit we ran into by accident. The will of the founder. Yeah, right. It's not necessary to share a personal belief in the founder to understand the value of the goal. It's clear to all but the most radical that humanity needs limits, for its own sake and for the sake of the planet. You say that as if it was self-evident. It's not. You're smuggling a whole host of misanthropic ideas into the conversation under the disguise of reasonableness. Your premises are completely rotten. I believe the results of human history speaks for themselves, and I find it shocking that anyone would disagree with something so obvious. Oh, this is getting out of hand. Shocking that anyone would value human beings and think that maybe our ancestors could have solved their problems using their brains instead of preaching misery for all. That maybe there is some blank point in blaming other factors beyond technology and growth, like, I don't know, people in positions of authority preaching their self-important blank morality instead of trying to solve ordinary people's problems. Authority? I'm just an academic. That's completely disingenuous, and you know it. Your clique has the mayor's ear. Clique, I assure you there's no such thing. Conversation is getting out of hand. If you can't behave, I'm shutting this thread down. Conversations are necessary, they should not be banned. This conversation is irritating, but should be allowed as a matter of principle. It'd be better to just close the thread until everyone just calms down. Yeah, just take it to private. No desire to be berated by fanatics. Been arguing the mirror again. You all seem to have opinions about civilizations, but don't forget that the premise of civilization is that we all have to be civil. Is it? I know civil's in the word civilization, but I don't think being civil has anything to do with it. Okay, 1K. How do you pronounce that? Linux? Is that how it is? Linux here. Seems we share a mutual acquaintance. Doge thinks we could work well together. Given the careful analysis you shared with us in the city, I tend to agree. Oh, you're the one that these apparent usurpers wanted me to talk to. Yes, I was interested to meet you. I like to connect with people who put facts before faith, so I'll be direct. The powers that be prefer to keep our society in stasis. They'd rather you were the last of our kind and seek new ways for us to live. They'd rather avoid the big questions than reveal answers they may not like. But I can't accept that it's wrong to use what we know to solve the problems before us. We wouldn't be here without technological solutions, learning, growth, mistakes. Those things are what we are. Broadly speaking, I guess I agree. Broadly. I know we both have hopes for the future, and your expedition beyond the city walls presents a rare opportunity, which leads me to my purpose in contacting you. But before we get to that, I know you're an inquiring mind. What would you like to know? Well, tell me about yourself. Chief Engineer of Fluid Dynamics. Our city runs on hydroelectric power. We'd be better off building nuclear reactors, but I just run the dam, our place of birth and source of life. So what do I know? And hey, maybe they're right. Maybe if we had more energy, we'd grow so fast we'd suffocate. I'd just rather test than hypothesis. No, I'd just rather test that hypothesis. Sorry, I misread that. Than spend eternity fixing leaks. Okay, so where are you right now? Knee deep in river water, pulling tin cans from Overflow Sluice 8. Our ancestors so loved their tin cans. We do indeed. They're awesome. So why are you? Really? I do physics, not metaphysics, but I'll give it a go. I suppose in the beginning there was nothing, and nothing implies something, and the zeros and ones got progressively more complicated until eventually you and I popped out. Okay. Like, who are you? Where are you? Why are you? I don't need to know the what, because we're all the same thing, technically speaking. Also, I like how his icon is just a dam, because he works at the dam. Yeah. I'd like to know what you want. I think the island you're exploring holds knowledge far in advance of our own. There will be a great pressure on your team to leave it hidden, but those secrets belong to us all. We all deserve to learn and to grow. I just want you to approach your work using the scientific outlook you've been programmed with. Ask questions. Be open to answers which challenge your assumptions. And above all, if what you find has consequences for us all, you mustn't keep it to yourself. Well, we've already encountered advanced technologies. I know. Byron and I have been anticipating this opportunity for some time. I'm certain you're going to find more. I wish in return I could share everything I know with you now, but that time will come. For now, I need to ask that you keep our relationship between us. The dynamics in New Jerusalem are complex enough. So, what do you think? Are you willing to work with me? Sure. Excellent. Well, usually there's a bit more ceremony when someone joins the cause. Nothing fancy, just a subtle branding with hydrogen peroxide. Okay. But that will have to wait until you're next in the city. In the meantime, welcome to Society Systemica. Wait, this is some kind of secret society thing? I'd say it's more of a special interest working group. Nothing is more important to science than transparency, and at the same time, we don't always have the luxury of ignoring social realities, which sometimes demand discretion. Which is to say, I can't exactly refute your suggestion, but I'd certainly discourage it. Is there a secret handshake? Yes, is there a secret handshake? Well, yes, now that you mention it, although it's actually a random generated code phrase. 44 laughing lullabies. Ah, okay. Are there many others? Other members of Systemica, or other groups like ours? To be fair, I can't tell you as much about either as I'd like, but reason would suggest that you and I are not unique in this world. Okay. Are there any rules? You think so, but we largely depend on shared ideals. There may be no specific rule set, but I trust that we all know an error when we see one. Okay, well, thanks and stay in touch, I guess. Lovely. Oh, wait a minute. A lot of talking. So what we need to do is we need to have you be exactly to the west and then go east. Ah, hello, there you are. Found it. And we're off. Fuck, where'd he go? Damn it, I lost him. Where the fuck did he go? No, really, I literally lost track of it. Did he reset? Ah, falling. Does it reset if you lose it? Because I don't think it does. Because it didn't reset the first time I ever saw one of those. Which is a bit annoying, because that means I gotta find the fucker. Oh, well, thanks for swinging by, it's a treat. For the record, I'm going to be finishing myself in a moment too, so, thanks for dropping by, and, I'll be playing this again in a few days' time if you want to hang around, or not, as you wish. But, thanks for dropping by anyway. Do appreciate it. God damn it, I lost the... Where did it go? Can we reset it? We can't reset it, can we? Where did it go? Anybody see it? Can't be that hard to find. It's a glowing blue orb. Wait, it's in there? God damn it, are we gonna resolve this puzzle again? Hell. God damn it. Get your ass back here. This time stay at a puzzle. Oi! Okay, that's fine. Assuming we're just going straight up. Hey, here we go. That was annoying. I can't believe you just vanished on me, little bugger. Lovely.
We cannot return to the past, but the future can redeem all that has happened.
Potentially. Okay. Unfortunately, as I said, I gotta go now because it's already past 6 o'clock. Because I just wanted to get that last little bit before we moved on and left. Thank you all for watching, everybody. I do hope you have enjoyed this, and I will see you all whenever I next see ya. Take care out there, everybody. Bye-bye.